Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. It is Sunday, May the 27th, the year 2018. Let's talk trading. Weekly open and gap. That's how we always start out the week. Actually, we start out the week. I start out the week reminding you money and risk management. Don't forget. Okay, we're looking at the dollar yen. It gapped up. It was a nice gap up, 29 pips. It still hasn't closed the gap. You can see most of them have. We've got some other gaps here. Actually, maybe we still got about half of them have gapped. I'm not sure what happened. Doesn't matter what happened. It's how we react, how the market reacts to what happened. Wow, look at this one. One of my favorites. The euro yen. Look at that gap. Wow. Makes me want to just punch short. Yeah, I'll look for the double O trade, see what we can get there. It's already 27 pips off the high. Nice, nice, nice. Back to the yen. Look at the daily. You can see right here. Shot out of the wick zone and came right back in. And you can see here, we got a short trigger right there. Now, if you went long with the gap this big, see, that's in stocks, that would be called a breakaway gap. That's huge. But I always like to fade the gap to start out the week. So right now, you can probably jump in and see if you can pick up some of that. But remember, these for educational purposes only. This is not trading advice. You run the risk of loss, blah, blah, blah. You guys know the whole thing. Too early in the day for a rat zone. And you can see here, let's just switch over to H1. There's the weekly pivot. There's the daily pivot. Let's go for that daily pivot fade. You know, I am really tempted just to go punch in. I did that the other day, and that trade turned out pretty well for me. And you can see here, it just crossed that line. Green at the line, red at the line. No, actually, it wasn't. It was green above the line. But then at that red, taking that break, you'd be up about 13 pips right now. Not a bad way to start off the week. You can see we've got some in the upper zone, some in the lower wick zone here on the daily. If you look here, the monthly close to open, there's just been a lot of movement. We're almost at the end of the month. Last week of the month. You can see here, we're in the upper wick zone. And what do we know? Price doesn't like staying in the wick zone. And here we've got a holo zone. I don't know if I'd take that holo to the north side right here. Not with that gap still sitting there. I'm definitely thinking to fade the gap and the pivot being down here. I'd say short. And you can see I haven't had this particular profile open very long. We don't have any movement there. And you can see here, there's the pivot. That's been missed, and we got a missed pivot there. And we've got some IRB lines right here, couple to break. Yeah, I'm going to watch this for a while. Maybe next hour I might just have to go short. So last week I did the reason you're not getting better at trading video. You know, I got some good feedback, but nobody really answered the question whether or not I should write it as a book. I'm really thinking I should maybe put in some time every day. We're coming up to the summer, and usually I've got to do ranch chores, and I've still got a lot of stuff going on with the union. So I'm not too sure, but maybe if I said, okay, I'm going to work either an hour a day or half hour a day, or just pick, a block of time and just work at it. You know, Even if I only did an hour a week, I mean, we still got about 20, 30 weeks left. I could probably knock off a page or two, could have a decent book by the end of the year. I'll think about it. You guys let me know what you think of the idea, and we'll just see what happens. So maybe we should go through the some of these here just to look. We've got a nice gap up here on the Aussie yen. See if we can find some nice trades. Looks like there must have been some bad news in Japan. I might have to look at that just to find out what's going on. And there's the Canadian yen. We already looked at the euro. Let's see. Euro dollar also gapped up 24 pips. And right there, we're pretty much right at the weekly open. But we've had what? 6 down days. Oh, look for a buzzard reversal there. Definitely look for a buzzard reversal. For those of you new, if you get 3 or more candles in a row, same color, you look for price to reverse. Okay, what else do we have that looks interesting? Oh, the New Zealand yen. Boy, anybody holding these long over the weekend, hopefully you cashed in right at the open. That would have been a nice payoff. Really nice payoff. I'm going to take a look at dollar Canadian. You can see there it filled the gap. It gapped down. Nice fill. One of the things, I'll give you a little preview. I'm thinking about talking about another reason you don't get better at trading is your trading plan. Before you actually do any trading, do you actually look at the chart, or do you just jump right into trading? I mean, because really, when you start trading, you should already know what you're going to do at certain levels. In fact, you should be able to almost preset the levels in an alert indicator of some. So when price hits that level, you pretty much know what you're going to do. Because if you don't, then you're really not trading. Yeah, of course you could use, I like to use my spread dots indicator where here and it's telling me what's going on. But you see, once again, I pretty much know on this particular screen which way I'm trading. It's just this will help me with the timing. Because if it gets down to this level here, and there's a red candle, if it's not selling, you could actually have buying on a red candle, it could say buy just because of the price action at the tick level. So I would wait. And so I might not get a sell till maybe I could actually get a sell maybe a pip above or a pip below. And so I could take that trade, get in, have a better timed entry, and make the pips that way. I think I showed you guys that on Friday. I took that entry. It was just too juicy not to. And you can see here how the gap was filled. So is there anything else interesting here? Let's look closely. Dollar franc gap down and filled. And so you can see that 100 level, how it was above it and then fell below it. Or I should say 100 level, par. And how often do traders look at monthly charts? I mean, really, who trades a monthly, right? I mean, look at that monthly open. I mean, wouldn't you have liked to taken that as a trade there? I mean, really, any of these months, you take that monthly open cross and you stay on that side of the line, there's pips to be made there. I mean, lots of pips to be made. So why don't we as traders do that? I mean, look at the monthly wick zone right there. I mean, here's another opportunity. I mean, you could have taken this for what? If you waited, that looks like something like, so let me just do it. If you would have taken this wick zone trade, you could have carried it all the way down here for like 780 plus pips. That would have been a monster trade right there. Could you have held on that long? It's just something to think about. So anyway, fellow traders, just remember, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. TheRumpledOne signing off to drain the banks.